So basically, instead of paying off all your student loans, you could pay off some of your student loans.
Dear Shandy. Welcome back to a brand new Dear Shandy Bachelor in Paradise recap, listeners. Hello, Andy.
Hello.
How are you today?
Doing good. Doing good.
Oh.
Yeah, I'm looking at this delightful getup you got.
Oh, Andy's pretending that he noticed my outfit today.
Really?
Well, earlier I'd done myself up, and when you saw me, you didn't say anything, and all you talked about was how cute Ruby was.
I was distracted.
He called her a seductress, you guys. I am officially triangulated by the dog.
That aside, this outfit, excellent.
Thank
60s.
you. Thank you.
63, early 60s,
Oh,
mid 60s.
Okay, I'll take
Late
it.
60s.
I'll take it.
Which part of the 60s is that?
I'm gonna go 65.
Yeah, right in the center.
Right
Good.
down the
Safe,
middle.
safe.
So before we get going, we will announce quickly that in 2 weeks, 3 weeks, we will be recapping Golden Bachelor season 2. I'm actually really excited about it, given all the drama around this guy already. I mean, he knows how to put his foot in his mouth. We already know that. And also Love is Blind season 9, which is Denver. We know Denver. We love Denver.
Mile High Blind Love.
Yes.
That's what we like.
Yes. And so be sure to tune in then. And in the meantime, we highly encourage you, if you have come around for the recaps, to stick around for our non-recap content. Because actually, I think you would really like the episodes we have coming out in the next few weeks. We have our anniversary Q&A, so our 5-year anniversary.
Ooh.
We also have our relationship Q&A. And so be sure to check those out in case, you're like, you're thinking of becoming a Shandy, but you're like, I think I'm only a recap
Shandy curious.
Yes, exactly.
Are you not going to tell them what we're doing?
Oh, yeah. It's my little sister's wedding.
Oh.
It is.
She's all grown up?
She's all grown up. Very excited. And my older sister and I will be speaking at the wedding, which is a little nerve-wracking.
Yeah.
And then after the wedding, Andy and I will be going to Hawaii.
The Shandys are going to Hawaii.
It's not the Shandys, just Shandy.
Oh, just Shandy.
When it's us, it's just Shandy.
yeah, sorry, you guys aren't invited.
I mean, you are if you want to come.
Yeah, come along. We'll be there. But we need a vacation.
We need
really
one desperately.
I'm really looking forward to this
Yeah.
one. We haven't taken a vacation in a long time.
No,
it looks like we're taking vacations from the Instagram. But we're not on vacation.
Yeah, no, we're always working.
Just not here.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Okay, well, Andy, shall we get going? Recapping this grand finale.
Oh, let's do it.
So our new intro, Andy, we're learning it is different every week. It's just the couples making out. I got to say, there were a lot of couple making out footage. Yeah. There was a lot in this episode.
Yeah.
To be honest, I've reached a point where I was sort of like, I had reached my capacity for couples making out.
Yeah, I agree. There's a limit.
Well, it starts to feel a little voyeuristic.
Yeah.
And I'm like, okay, like when it's like the straddle and or making they're like just so close up, it's so HD. I'm like, okay.
Yeah, but it also loses there's a very big diminishing law of returns when it comes to watching someone make out.
Yes.
Like when you first see it, when it's like, oh my God, all the build up, and you're like, okay, that's good. That's a make out.
Yeah.
And then it just goes straight down from there. Then it starts becoming like almost, it feels weird.
Yeah, it feels gratuitous. Yeah. Okay, so we are picking up with 1 hour to the rose ceremony. Kathy announces that she and Keith will be voting themselves off the island and that they want the money to go to the couple that needs it. And so they do these rounds now. And it feels a little bit like, I know they don't really mean for it to be this way, but it feels like on our end anyway, it feels like they're asking the contestants to sort of pitch how deserving or needing of the money they are.
It feels a little Hunger Gamesy.
Did it feel that way to you?
It feels a little weird.
Yeah.
A little weird.
Yeah. And then Kat opens up about her background, her childhood, her upbringing, and she used the word scarce. Yes. That is very touching. But it's something about like the timing of this with Kathy and Keith.
It felt a little weird.
Not on anyone's part. I don't think anyone did anything.
No one did anything wrong, but they were put in a situation where suddenly they had to be selling their sob story.
It kind of felt
like that. And then
like
it became a contest between what's more deserving, scarcity as a child or student loan debt.
I shouldn't laugh at that, but it is sort of how it felt.
Got a little weird.
Okay, so Dale straight up, I thought this was interesting, goes up to his bro, Jeremy, and says that Jess and Spencer are the stronger couple, and he plans on voting, basically not voting to not give Bailey the rose, meaning he's voting Jeremy and Bailey off the island. I mean,
wow. Just like that.
Yeah, it reaches a point, in every alliance where you have to sort of turn on each other. But Jeremy, to his face, takes this pretty well. But we learn later he holds a grudge.
He does.
Yeah. He does the rounds, tries to chat up Spencer, but Spencer says he knows Jess is leaning Kat. Jeremy has no one to blame but himself for this.
This is true.
If Jeremy hadn't done the whole Susie fit, he and Bailey would easily be the strongest, if not the second strongest couple there.
That call to Susie may have cost him $250 or $125 or $95,000.
Or $190.
Well, half of that.
Oh, that's true. Kathy and Keith are clearly the tiebreakers here. They're pretty much deciding who will stay and who will go at the rose ceremony. Alex obviously is safe. She gives her rose to Andrew. Jess, they vote Jess in. Jess gives hers to Spencer. The last rose goes to Kat. So lots of tearful goodbyes with Bailey and Jeremy.
Yeah,
they're finally voted off the island. Yeah, and Kathy and Keith.
And we get a little cry out of Jeremy. He had a nice time.
Yes, we did get a cry out of Jeremy.
He can cry.
Well, no, we didn't get a cry. He goes, I'm not crying out.
Oh, that's right.
You won't get me to cry. That says a lot about him. Also funny that they end up just all staying there. We learn later on in this episode.
Everyone was just hanging out.
Basically, the jury comes back. They've all been over at Ponderosa. So it seems Keith never would have been able to go on his camping trip with his daughters anyhow.
That's right.
Yes.
Interesting twist.
We see a commercial here for Bachelor at Sea, Andy. Andy, you have thoughts? Thoughts on Bachelor at Sea?
Do I have
Are you
thoughts?
judging Bachelor
So what
at
happens?
Sea?
So what time is this?
Are you just upset that we weren't invited, Andy?
Yeah, I felt a little left out. But so you go on this cruise, and I assume it costs more than a normal cruise, right?
I assume.
Right. There's a premium.
So, well, you guys let us know if anyone has done research. If anyone was like, "Oh, I'm interested in meeting all these Bachelor alums," tell us what it costs. Like, I want to know: is this a deal?
Yeah. No.
Or are you paying a premium?
No, you're paying a premium. There's got to be at least like a 20% Bachelor premium.
But are the hangouts with the Bachelor people
official, or
yeah,
are they
you're just
natural
milling
in the
about
wild?
with
I would
Bachelor?
have to assume it's in the wild.
I assume so
Because what
too.
are you gonna like if you're a Bachelor person, like you're gonna hide, and then the only time you're allowed to see people on the boat is, or the Bachelor people are on one side of the boat and the regular people are on the other side of the boat, and
or there's like a VIP section where the Bachelor people are.
and they only leave that when they're having meetups with the Bachelor fans.
Oh, that makes me cringe.
I would assume
it has
it's
to be in the
more
wild.
interactive.
Yes.
In which case, look, if you're a super fan of the franchise, that would be cool, I guess, right?
Yeah.
I mean,
it's
you
a
get to
long time.
just hang out.
Isn't that kind of like a commitment?
You get to see maybe a little too much of how the sausage is made.
You would probably get to see the true colors of a lot of these people.
Saying.
Yeah,
That's what I'm saying.
especially since there were a lot of names and fairly big names from Bachelor Nation going on this cruise, and I would think one of the main reasons they're doing it is A, they're probably being paid.
Of course they're being
paid. And
paid.
B, they all want to hang out with each other.
Right.
Because I'm going to be real. All these Bachelor alums, like some of these people are really famous. They're getting recognized many times a day. I don't know if they're like, ooh, can't wait to meet all these fans.
No. I think
if I know Bachelor people,
they just want to hang out with other Bachelor people. It's like a networking party.
Yeah.
It's like a what do you call it? A bonding corporate bonding.
Oh, yeah. Those trust building
retreats, like a corporate retreat.
Yes, sort of like they do escape rooms sometimes.
Yeah.
So it's the next day now, and there is a new relationship test. The weight of the world, Andy. Oh, yeah. This was a very Survivor challenge.
Survivor.
Yes. To be honest, some people have issues with the challenges. I love the challenges. They're my favorite part of this show now.
I just realized.
What?
That's a great idea for a movie.
What?
So they go on this Bachelor cruise.
Okay.
And so it's all these Bachelor fans and all that, like a big chunk of Bachelor Nation just on this boat.
Yeah.
And then when they're in the middle of the ocean, there's a full-scale nuclear war, like Russia and the United States or China, everyone. It's just nuclear war.
Oh.
And the whole world is like uninhabitable.
Okay, I'm going to be honest, Andy. You have multiple movie ideas that all involve being on a cruise ship and there being a nuclear war.
But this is the one. This is clearly it.
Okay.
And they're on this boat and they're the only, that's it. Them and like maybe a couple of other boats in other oceans that are same situation.
Yeah.
But this is the Bachelor cruise.
Okay.
And this is it. This is humanity's last hope.
Oh.
And now the playing field's even. No one cares that they were on The Bachelor.
No.
They're just like, where's the food and how can I get it? How can I get the most of it?
Yeah.
And how can I get the water? And like, how can I get rid of some of these Bachelor people because they eat too much? They're too tall.
I feel like someone who'd become kind of like high up in this setting would be Wells, who's already high up. But I feel like everyone would be like, Wells, he'll know what to do.
Well, the jocks would do well at first. But they need too many calories.
Yeah. Is it coming to that?
These guys are at like 5,000 calories a day.
Oh.
They're like 6'5", 250-pound men.
They're enormous. Yeah.
So
although it seems
last like the dinosaurs. That's why, not dinosaurs. Giant, animals after the dinosaurs.
Yeah.
They all died out. And it's not, people say, they say people killed them, just the cavemen hunted them down. It's not really true. They died because there just wasn't enough food for them. They're too big.
Yeah. Oh, wow. Oh, that's a horrible way to go.
But people did kill a lot of them too.
Okay.
Yeah. It's a combination, 1-2 punch.
Okay. Well, I like your movie. You know what? I would 100% go to the theater to watch that movie.
Are you kidding? I'm going to start writing this movie as soon as we're done.
Okay. You guys let us know in the comments if Andy should finally commit to writing a movie script, which I've been wanting him to do forever. And they're always horror movies, by the way.
But this is a comedy.
It's a comedy horror.
Clearly.
But yeah, you in the comments put a ship emoji.
Is that
a cruise
yes?
ship emoji?
So that's a yes to the movie?
Yeah, a yes, and a cruise ship emoji. Okay.
That's settled.
Okay, so we have our weight of the world relationship test. I loved this, to be honest.
Me too.
It was clever how they tried to make it like a partnership thing where it's like if one of you just can't hold on anymore, then the other one can like hold it for you.
Right.
So this
as if we don't know which person's gonna be holding.
I know, it was so funny.
You've got like 3 giant guys.
Yeah,
it's like,
but speaking of tall and big, the smallest guy, not that Andrew was small, but honestly, Dale and Spencer are both just huge, right? And I thought it was really cool that Andrew and Alex won.
It's pound for pound.
Yeah.
The heavier you are, the more weight you have to carry. So it doesn't matter how big. If it was like, if it was Hercules or like the Incredible Hulk, actually the Incredible Hulk would win, was he's more strong pound for pound.
Yeah.
But if it was an elephant, and Dale, I think Dale would probably win.
Yeah, no,
also,
you're right.
An elephant doesn't have hands. It would have to use it would use its trunk, and I don't know, that would get tiring.
It's sort of like being a rock climber. Like the more you weigh, probably the worse you're going to do.
There is no advantage. If anything, I would say there's a disadvantage to being bigger in this game.
Okay, wow.
Because the bigger you are, the more gravity's pulling on you.
Yeah.
And the more, it's all wrong.
No, it's true.
I think that honestly, if someone like a scientist, a biologist was looking at this contest, he would have picked Andrew to win.
Okay. Wouldn't it be a physicist?
Female biologist. What?
Wouldn't it be a physicist?
It's a physicist.
Yeah. Okay. So there was something about this that really cracked me up. It was how Kat's like, yeah, I work out. I'm in shape. Oh yeah, Pilates this, Pilates that. She was like, let me hold more. I'm good. And I swear you could see there was slack in her core.
hand was just resting in her palms.
She's like, I'm so strong. I got this. Anyway, there was a very funny challenge. I really enjoy the challenges on this show, I've got to say. So Dale and Kat are the first to drop in. Andy, you were sure that it's an age thing.
Yeah. Dale, honestly, like in these kind of competitions, youth is
on your
critical.
Side, yeah.
Because it's not just there's something called old man strength. Not that Dale's an old man, but I'm saying
he's 36, right?
He's 36, but in Bachelor terms, he's pretty old.
Yeah.
But the old man strength is like you have this it's weird. You have like this very good short-term strength.
Okay.
But you don't have long-term.
Oh.
Like if you get into a fight, you can win if it's a quick fight.
Yeah.
If you're an old guy who's strong.
Yeah.
But if it's a long fight, you're finished. You have no stamina.
Oh, is that a known thing?
As you get older, your body just can't keep going at that level.
Okay.
So Andrew, who I believe is
29.
Is 29, yeah.
Yeah, maybe 30 or so.
Those 6 years or 7 years is a huge difference.
I've been feeling that way watching the US Open, watching Djokovic talk about his body and like recovery and
38,
strength.
He's ancient for tennis.
Yeah, it's just so fascinating. Like it doesn't seem like a big difference. It's like, 32, 38, what's the difference? And it's like, no, it's a huge difference.
It's not a big difference when you're going on like, a water skiing trip with your friends.
Yeah.
But when you're doing top level tennis, it's a huge difference.
Totally. Andy and I like to play, if you guys are watching the US Open, Andy and I like to play this game called Spot the Girlfriend.
Oh, yeah.
So it's like, this is when we're talking men's, and you see them and then they show their team off there, and then it's like, who can spot the girlfriend fastest? Because it's always so obvious who the girlfriend is.
And you have a total of 1/100th of a second to spot the girlfriend.
Yes. So Spencer and Jess drop next. So Alex and Andrew win at 43 minutes, which was really impressive. I was so impressed with Alex's strength.
I mean, your wrist and forearms. Woo.
She was like, she had guns, like both of them combined. Like she was really, I will say she was pulling her weight.
And let me tell you something. She also, to be fair, she needs that cash.
Spencer and Jess put on new outfits to hold hands on the beach and officially say, I love you to each other. This felt a little staged to me.
A little?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I like them. I do like them, but it just felt.
I like them too.
And I'm not saying it's them. I just think that producers were like, okay, now, oh look, you changed. Now go over there.
Yeah,
and
it was unnecessary.
It felt a little
insulting.
a little contrived.
So Sharleen, you know what Mudwater has done for me?
What, Andy?
Mudwater is so good, and it's something I look forward to so much every day that I have come around on removing the vowels from water.
Yeah. It's true. It is spelled Mudwater. And for Andy to accept that means that he must love this product.
I'm going to start calling everything Wooder. I want a house near the Wooder.
So Mudwater is a super functional coffee alternative, and it has become our snack of choice, our afternoon sort of pick-me-up, especially after you've had your coffee in the morning. It's around 4 p.m. that we start reaching our Mudwater point.
Yeah, I get the Wooders. I feel it.
So listen to these ingredients: cacao, masala chai, cordyceps, lion's mane, reishi, chaga, turmeric, Himalayan salt. It tastes like a fancy turmeric chai latte that you might pay $7.50 for at your local coffee shop. I'll show you the powder while I talk about what I do. I take a scoopful of this. I put it in hot water with a little bit of honey and in our case, soy milk. And then I give it a whisk. And it's just absolutely delicious. And it gives us that bit of energy to get us through the rest of our workday without affecting our sleep.
Can I say something?
What?
Is this not a guilty pleasure without the guilt?
100%, because 1 tablespoon is only 20 calories, 0 grams of sugar, 1 gram of fiber manages to be in that 20 calories.
Just fiber. Why not? Ready to make the switch to cleaner energy? Head over to mudwater.com and grab your starter kit today.
Right now, our Shandies get an exclusive deal of up to 43% off your entire order, plus free shipping, plus a free rechargeable frother when using code Shandy.
That's up to 43% off with code Shandy at mudwtr.com.
After you purchase, they'll ask how you heard about them. Support Dear Shandy and tell them we sent you.
My name is Remy. Why don't you bite me? I am a mouth guard. Why don't you bite me hard? I like it. My name is Remy.
I love how you've given the Remy night guard a personality.
Yeah, Remy likes to get bit.
I mean, that's a win-win situation because when you bite into your Remy night guard, which is a custom night guard, by the way, I'm going to show you all mine right now. They send you a mail-in kit where you can take an impression and then ship it out. And then, by the way, it's made in the US. It's shipped back to your door, so you never have to go to the dentist or anything. But when you sleep with a night guard, you protect your teeth from maybe grinding and the damage that grinding can cause. And I would know because my father was a dentist. He retired recently, but he always told me about the perils of nighttime grinding. It's very bad for your teeth.
Oh, yeah. And a custom fit night guard is the best way to protect your teeth.
I mean,
and Remy is 80% less than the dentist.
That is a big difference. A custom night guard from the dentist can run you hundreds, even veering in nearly $1,000. Meanwhile, Remy is a fraction of that price. You get 2, by the way.
Oh, yeah.
And Remy is so confident that you'll have a perfect fit, that they have a 45-night perfect fit guarantee or your money back.
So no waiting rooms, no overpriced bills, just a better way to protect your teeth while you sleep.
Try Remy risk-free at shopremy.com/Shandy and use code Shandy to get 50% off your mouth guard at checkout.
That's 50% off at Shop Remy. That's shopremi.com/Shandy and use code Shandy.
And we thank Remy for sponsoring this episode. Okay, Jesse now shows Spencer rings.
Jesse? Who is this Jesse?
He doesn't look like Neil Lane.
What the hell happened?
What happened to Neil Lane?
You know, Neil Lane had better things to do. He had better things to do. He's just like, I'm in Monaco.
At first, we thought the rings weren't even Neil Lane, but later on, we do see a bit.
Oh, they are Neil Lane.
Yeah.
And there was no mention of Neil Lane.
Jesse says their fates will be decided by the other couples, aka their jury of peers, or Parliament of Paradise. I love how they can't just call them the jury because that's very Survivor. So it's like your jury of peers. Jeremy, when walking back out, is wearing sunglasses.
Yeah, it's a heavy move.
Yeah, I will say I didn't love the sunglasses because I just think wearing sunglasses at night, like unless you're like recovering from something, is not a good look. But Bailey's dress,
oh yeah,
the black dress she wore when
you know
they
her dress was.
What was it?
Fire.
It was. It was fire. The two of them coming out in all black and just, she just looked amazing.
Yeah.
Okay, so we learn Bailey and Jeremy are officially an item. Spencer tells Leah how in love he is, while Jess tells Bailey she's freaking out a little bit. This becomes like the big talking point. They really tried to lead us to believe that there was a chance Jess might take the money and that she was kind of just playing Spencer.
I think that was BS.
I do think it was BS.
I think it was all bullshit.
Yeah.
That was just complete, like, you do this, you make believe,
I don't even think they did that. I just think that they got a bit of footage of her. You know, first of all, we knew that she felt things were moving a little fast, right? And then you can kind of egg that on a bit, and then you take those sound bites.
Right.
And I think that that's what they showed us.
So it was selective editing.
100%. Yeah. I think probably in the pie of her content, talking to other people and being in an ITM room, maybe 20% of it was like, oh, feels like it's moving a little fast.
You're right.
And that's all that they have to show.
Because the fact of the matter is, even if you are 100% into someone, if you're around a bunch of people you're like kind of acquaintances / friends with,
yeah,
it's just sort of proper etiquette to be like, oh, I don't know, this is kind of crazy.
100%. I just don't know if you're going to be like, I'm so happy, I'm so excited.
Right, because other people are also having potentially not clear feelings about their situation.
Exactly.
You don't want to gloat.
You have a tendency to downplay in those situations.
Totally
agree. Okay, so Sean. Oh, Sean. Remember when we thought that Sean was going to make his comeback?
A redemption. The redemption of Sean.
We thought Sean had matured. Remember that? Remember we thought that?
We
literally thought that. We were like, oh, Sean, look at him. He's acting different. He's acting more mature.
We thought he had ripened on the vine, but he had rotted.
Oh, on the ground? Or still on the vine?
Or hanging from the vine on the ground.
Oh.
It's still on the vine, but it's
I do feel like Sean is still on the vine. Like he doesn't feel like he doesn't feel developed. So he's
not ready for harvest.
So Sean dings his glass to sort of congratulate the couples and also share some dirt. He says that Kat and he are actually closer friends than she has led everyone to believe.
Which seems to be possibly true.
100%. I mean, people commented. I guess we have to remember the source of this information was Alicia on, I think it was the Happy Hour podcast or whatever. But, you know, I'm not surprised by this because I think that if you live in the same city as someone from Bachelor Nation and you have been on the show in the last 5 years, you are probably hanging out with that person a little bit, especially if you were on the same season.
The question is, are Bachelor friends as good as normal people friends?
That is the question, Andy. What a good, poignant question you ask. Because I'm going to say something that is, I'm just going to say it. Having been on the show, and there being a lot of years between me and the show, I don't think it's the same thing.
No.
You're brought together by circumstance. You are bonded by an experience. And that can, if you live in the same city and I do think that can blossom into a friendship based on more.
Yep.
You have a head start for sure.
I compare it to sports. It's the only thing I have to compare it to. When I played sports, I was friends with people that I clearly would never be friends with.
Yeah.
Especially in college.
Yeah.
Like people never would be friends with. And we were real friends. Like I would see them and we'd get drinks together and whatever you do in college.
Yeah.
Like frisbee. I like frisbee. That's my
Andy loves frisbee.
I'm good at frisbee.
Anyone
wants to play frisbee, reach out. I need partners.
Yeah.
I only have 2 good frisbee friends.
He texts his friends and be like, what do you say? You're like, fancy a frizz?
Yeah. A frizz perchance.
Yes.
But anyway, as soon as sports was over, and there was some distance, like a year between sports, gone.
Yeah.
No friends anymore.
I think that's kind of bad. I'm not defending Kat in this situation yet, but I just think that, you know, he's really, I think, hanging on to, we're friends, you betrayed me, you turned on me, all this stuff. We have to remember the reason Kat was quick to distance herself from Sean in the first place is because he was going around talking about everyone, trying to turn people on each other and trying to play Survivor way too early.
Yes.
He's the one that started that ball rolling. Up until then, they were pretty friendly with each other, in my opinion.
Let's be perfectly honest. Sean came to the show to try to stir shit up. That was his MO, right? That's what he wanted to do.
Yeah. I mean, he did that.
Yeah, but he didn't do it well.
Do we respect it?
No, all he did was make himself look bad.
He looked absolutely awful.
Yeah, he looked bad to everyone on the show. He looked bad to people who were watching the show. Mm-hmm. He looked bad to people who were friends with him on the show.
You know what he looked like, in my opinion, because I do think he was encouraged to do this? I think he looked like a fool. He
Yeah.
looked like the fool who fell for a producer being like, no, this is what you should do. You should tell everybody.
And-
You should, no, don't just confront Kat one-on-one. You need to like at a wedding, get everyone's attention. Here's the thing, even if everything he said was true, and I'm actually kind of gathering that some of it might have been true.
Oh, I think it's mostly
it
true.
doesn't matter.
If not all true.
Isn't it funny how it
Who
doesn't matter?
cares?
The execution of what he did. So, okay, for the people who don't watch the show, Sean dings the glass and like has everyone come over. Did he ding a glass? That's what it is in my mind.
He did a proverbial dinging
Yes.
of the glass. If he
And
didn't
then
actually
he
do it.
tells the entire group, so the entire cast of the show, that he went back home and that he is, because he has been friends with Kat, he knows her ex. And that he called the ex, and then the ex revealed that Kat brought her laptop or iPad or like snuck some device onto the show and has been secretly sending the ex love letters while on the show.
And talking about how she wanted to just cause drama and become like a bigger celebrity.
Exactly. This was just for her
use the
career.
show,
And basically this would mean that her entire relationship with Dale is a farce and all that stuff.
Right.
Okay. So I just think Sean doing this was the most...
Well, it made him look so small.
It made him look
the
small,
thing.
petty, and just like cruel.
And also,
cruel.
who on these shows has not everyone, but I'm saying, which one of these shows has there not been at least one or two people who've done exactly that, but not been busted for it?
Mm-hmm.
Like it happens all the time. And some of those people who did it probably are in good relationships with people they met on the show.
Yes.
It doesn't matter. And it's all fair in this game.
And as I've said before, that half the people who go on The Bachelor, the second they leave, they get back together with an ex. Like, how single are any of us really ever in this world of dating multiple people?
And why is it not Kat's right to go on a show like this, which is trying to exploit its cast members to stir shit up?
Yes.
And Sean went on for the same reason, but he did it wrong.
No.
He did it poorly.
Yes. He did do it.
And for that, he should be blamed.
And I gotta say, Alicia.
Let me tell you something, Alicia. Alicia is easily convinced. Sean is probably good in private at convincing you of things, right? And he's like, no, trust me, it's going to be great. And she's like, oh, are you sure? He's like, no, this is what's going to happen.
Gullible.
She's like, oh, okay. And then he does it. And then she's like, oh, wait, this isn't good. He was wrong again. Mm-hmm. Why do I keep trusting this guy?
Yeah, but I think she, until the end, she was like when Kat runs off crying from this scene, she's like,
yeah.
Oh, the Emmy Award winning actress. I was like,
really hardcore.
It's really nasty.
Where did that come from?
I don't understand what the beef is. To like, what about what do they hate so much about each other? Like, if anything, Kat, you can at least say Kat, Alicia comes in and wants to get with Dale, and Kat's with Dale. And so she's like, excuse me, he's my man. I just don't really understand why Alicia hates Kat that much.
Is it because Sean has poisoned the well? And she seems to trust Sean implicitly. She goes along with all his stupid plans.
Implicitly?
I did. I thought I'd get away with that.
you don't get away with anything.
Kids. Anyway, so she goes along with all his stupid plans, and she seems to be aligned with him, and he probably poisoned the well for Kat to the point where she thinks Kat's a monster.
We have to point something out here. So after Kat runs off crying, Bailey, who we have to remember is friends with Alicia. Remember, Bailey, Alex, and Alicia were friends, and that's why she was crying when she heard them like whispering about her and Sean. So she's talking to Bailey, and Bailey's like, yeah, I just think that if it really was not true, Kat would have immediately been like, that's not true. I thought that was so interesting. I do think that there are cliques. There's like an undercurrent. Huh?
Oh, that's the way Canadians say clique. In America, we just say cliques. We should say clique is the appropriate pronunciation.
Spelled clique, but it's a French word.
That's a Canadian thing. In America, we just say cliques. Don't we say cliques?
I mean, I'm pretty sure it's clique.
I think
it's
you're right.
Spelled C-L-I-Q-U-E.
In America, we do a lot of things wrong.
Yeah.
And that's one of them. It should be clique.
Yeah.
I think we usually say clique.
Oh, now you're making me insecure. I'm just pretty sure it's a French word.
The word is spelled clique.
Okay, all right.
You're right.
You guys.
It's just that in America, we've turned it to clique.
Okay, yeah. Okay, so, but I just think that there are cliques under the surface here. And like, you see Leia is kind of upset, and she goes up to Sean. She was like, that was really mean. Oh my God. And he says, what does he say? He says, here's the thing. I do not care at all.
Yeah.
Wow. This gave me goosebumps, like in a bad way. I was like, you're scary, dude. To say that when someone says what you just did is really mean, and all you say is, here's the thing, I do not care.
Yeah.
Like even just for your image, like is that?
No, he doesn't care. He doesn't care about his image. He doesn't care.
Oh God.
Sean, interesting psychological character.
I was not into this, but I do think that there are like social dynamics here, and I do think Kat is not necessarily liked by half the women there, and we have to take that for what it's worth.
I'm gonna say this, like maybe Kat is a monster. I don't think she is. I'm sure Kat is
probably a little interested.
I think Kat's complicated.
I think she's a hypocrite. You know, she can dish things that she could never take.
Kat is complicated.
Yes.
Let's leave it at that.
Yeah.
Okay?
We're not. Here's the thing. I don't necessarily love Kat. I just don't think anyone deserved this.
Kat's good TV.
Is
she a good human being? I have no idea. I haven't spent 1 minute with Kat.
Yes.
But from what I've seen, she's complicated.
Yes. And has a backstory that sort of lines up with that. Yeah.
But even if she's a monster through and through, you don't do what Sean did.
Yes.
It's classless. Yes. It's poor etiquette. It's cruel.
Yeah.
It's lacking in self-awareness. Mm-hmm. And it's not going to win you any friends or money.
Yep. And we have to point out Dale stays by Kat's side. He defends her.
Yeah.
And I was touched by this. There were a lot of guys who wouldn't have done this.
Yeah. No, I actually, you know what? I'll say this. I'll say the one thing that Sean possessed in this action was balls.
Sean
took a lot of balls to do what he did. And that's not a compliment.
No.
It's just like, wow, like I wouldn't do that if you paid me. That's crazy.
Yeah.
And Dale, it took a lot of balls to be as reserved as he was in defending Kat.
Yeah.
He remained calm. He defended her. He didn't waver.
It was a good look on Dale.
A lot of Bachelor guys would have got in Sean's face like, yo, let's take it outside.
Yeah. Or they would have turned to the girl and been like, you've been doing what?
Totally.
Yeah.
Dale's response was such a 180 from the way he behaved initially, that first fight they had. It's just, I don't know who this guy is.
Totally. Okay, and he returns. So he goes and comforts Kat and returns. And he's like, I too have gotten love letters.
Wouldn't it be funny if Dale wrote that love letter? I kind of feel like he did. It seems like he wrote it. He's like, Dale is really big and his muscles are really swole and he's super nice and he buys me nice stuff.
That's sort of how he read the letter too. But I have to point out here too, when he says, oh, Kat has written me love letters too. Alicia, she whispers under her breath to Sean. She's like, well, he's not the only one. Or she's been doing that with
Alicia, honestly, between the two of them, I'm going to say this, maybe not popular opinion. I think Alicia's more evil than Sean. I think Alicia comes off as really terrible.
Come off looking great, I got to say. Okay.
Because she should have at least at one point been like, okay, take it down a notch.
Yes, agree. Well, she's the enabler, right? There's the person who does the thing, and then there's the person.
She's the Lady Macbeth.
Yes,
but this is not a good Macbeth plot. This
is almost giving her too much credit to call her Lady Macbeth. Yeah. Okay, so now we have our voting. They vote on whether or not a couple will join Alex and Andrew in the finals. So basically, if they do vote in another couple, it cuts Alex and Andrew's prize money in half. So Alex and Andrew have to be hoping that no one joins them, right?
There's a lot of. I felt like they kind of improv this cash prize.
Kind of. I felt like this whole episode was just like flying by the seat of their pants. We did not think this far ahead.
I think they thought just having a cash prize was like a good mechanism to create certain interesting drama.
Yes.
But I don't think they thought the prize through completely.
Yes.
It felt like, you know what it felt like? It felt like the first season of Paradise where it felt like the whole show wasn't thought out.
Yes, which it wasn't,
completely.
By the way.
It just like every episode, they're like, let's do this. Let's start this.
No, they truly were. I mean, I know for a fact that they made that season up as they went along, honestly.
It felt like it.
It did feel like, here we are 10 years later. Yeah. Okay, Jeremy in the voting room votes for both Alex and Andrew to win all the money. Basically, he wants to send Dale and Spencer home. He's saying, just returning the favor.
I mean, like, can you argue with this?
I actually kind of liked this. Yeah. I liked this move. It was like such a dick move, but it was so like spiteful, but also it's like, he's right. They both did come at him.
Yeah, I mean, you can't argue with that.
Okay, Kat and Dale talk in bed, and I gotta say, this is when I started to really buy them as a couple.
Yeah.
Because
I bought them as a couple as soon as they made it past that first drama. It's like if they can make it past that fight, something's going on here. Yeah. She's not just doing it for the money or the fame.
I can't believe I'm saying that, though, because I really didn't think that they were a thing.
No, they're a thing.
Okay, so now it's the next morning. Alex says she has to pack and doesn't want to. And Andrew says, want me to pack for you? And she goes, would you? And he goes, no. Oh, this is cute. Yeah. Jess and Spencer, meanwhile, he says, we might be getting engaged today, baby. Mm-hmm. And she's in bed and she's like, I know. So they showed that on purpose.
I'm guessing she was hungover.
Yeah, maybe, but also they showed this on purpose.
Yeah.
100%.
Or she might have been distracted.
Kat and Dale talk. She is deeply moved that he stayed by her side in all this. And Jesse now arrives to tell them all the results. And it turns out Jess and Spencer will be going to the finals. So Kat and Dale are going home.
Yeah.
I'm not surprised by this.
Not surprised.
I mean, it would have been... Let's be honest. I just don't think that they seem as strong as Jess and Spencer, honestly.
No,
Alex.
I think Sean, take it for what it's worth. I think he did put the nail in the coffin for them.
You think?
I
don't think they were.
I think they still would have gone, but it would have been close.
Jess and Spencer are way better politicians in that they've maintained good relationships with everyone. They are more like happy-go-lucky, harmonious people. Look, both Kat and Dale have rubbed multiple people wrong.
Yeah, Kat cannot have her cake and eat it.
No, she cannot. So Jess, in her ITM, celebrates the chance to win $250,000, and she says, "Is that $250,000?" Andy, you were distraught by this.
I mean, the Chinese are going to run us over. Counting the minutes.
So now it's the final challenge. Although they don't frame it as a challenge, but we later on learned it as a challenge. I have a lot of issues with this. Okay, so they split up and individually have to meet up with Jesse in front of what looks like a sort of doctor's bag of cash.
Yeah, a doctor's bag.
What would you call that kind of case?
Well, what's funny is...
it looks like a doctor's bag.
Well, $500,000... You know what's interesting? $500,000 in hundreds does not take up a huge amount of space. You know how much $1 million in cash is in hundreds?
How much?
It's only 23 pounds. I don't know why I know that.
Why do you know that?
I don't know. I just do. It's one of these stupid facts I know. So... $500,000, you think $500,000 is like a whole suitcase. Yes, you're like, will this change your mind? You open the suitcase and it's like glistening.
Oh, so that's just
stacks and stacks of hundreds.
Okay.
It's only 50 stacks of hundreds.
So what's your point?
My point is it probably was a medicine bag.
Okay.
You can't have a full suitcase unless it's in 20s.
Okay, so it's prisoner's dilemma. They have to choose love or money, as we saw in the preview. But if they both choose money, they leave with nothing.
No.
Right? I wrote, I'm confused. If they both choose love, do they definitely not get the money? That's the thing, is he said, you have a chance. What did he say? He was like, if you choose love, you are not guaranteed the money.
Yeah.
I feel like that shouldn't have been said.
Yeah, I feel like
the wording of that. The money needs to be like a bonus, but you have to be truly choosing love or money, not love with a chance of money or money.
I totally agree. It should have been straight prisoner's dilemma.
Yes.
Which is what everyone should have assumed it was going to be.
Yes.
Right?
Or let's say they both choose love and they come together. Then they have to do some other kind of challenge, like relationship proving challenge thing. And then the prize money could be up to $250. But they could truly legitimately leave with zero. I feel like this was just too soft. This ending was too soft. Yeah. It was like, good job. Here's a participation award. Here's $125,000 just because.
Cold feet. They got cold feet on the brutality of love game shows. They couldn't go the whole way.
Once upon a time, okay, let me tell you, in Bachelor Pad days, it was much more ruthless. This felt so...
What about F-Boy Island, too? Same thing.
Oh, yeah, where you could really lose all the money.
You screw someone over.
Yeah.
Like they didn't have the balls to go the whole way.
Yes.
Squarespace.
We tried. No, yeah, it could have been worse. It's a sort of spooky Squarespace tool today.
Cannot be worse is a website that you don't create with Squarespace.
Yes, because why wouldn't you make a website with Squarespace where they hold your hand and help you make a beautiful, professional-looking website with little to no design experience, Andy? They help you choose from one of their beautiful website templates, and you can even filter based on what the purpose of your website will be. And from there, you can plug in your photography, your text, what have you. And then, I love this, they have all these features to really streamline your website and make it yours. We have gallery options, mailing lists, member areas. You can do e-commerce at dearshandy.com. We do this, so you can go there to see. That was made on Squarespace, by the way. We practice what we preach over here at Dear Shandy. Yeah. They even have blog options. My blog, alltheprettypandas.com, was made with Squarespace. And what I love especially about Squarespace is that they really help you make your website look cool. And modern. They have font packs, color packs, what have you, to just make it look like,
Yeah, don't you like to pay very little for things that look like you paid a lot?
So go to squarespace.com/Shandy for a free trial. And when you're ready to launch, use code Shandy to get 10% off your first purchase of a website or domain.
Again, that's squarespace.com/Shandy for a free trial. And when you're ready to launch, use code Shandy for 10% off your first purchase of a website or domain.
So I'll describe what happens here. Alex's dilemma is that she's the one with the major 6-figure student loan debt. It's a big talking point here. And Andrew in his ITM says that if she chooses the money to change her life, he's okay with it.
Yeah.
But then I wrote, but why can't they just get back together? As you pointed out last week.
It doesn't. It's
this
flawed.
is so flawed.
It's totally flawed.
It's so deeply flawed. So Andrew chooses love, and then he's waiting in the VIP suite. And Jesse's like, okay, Andrew, you chose love. So with Alex now, if she has also chosen love, she'll just walk up these stairs over here. But if she chooses money,
you'll see her down there absconding with a bag of cash. Yoink.
I'm picturing like a Looney Tunes style, like.
I mean, that would have been one of the greatest scenes in the history of television.
And maybe she would have done it had it really truly been love or money. I mean, I here's the thing is I'm rooting for them as a couple, and I think that they were always going to get back together. I just feel like she could have had twice the money.
She could have had twice the money if they had talked about it the night before. And let's be honest, as you said, they made it clear that they're leaving the door open for if you both choose love. And who isn't? What do you think? You've seen 8 seasons of this show. Mm-hmm. You think at the end, the powers that be are going to say, oh, you chose love? Sorry, suckers. Enjoy that love.
It's true. This show I found it too soft. It was like kid gloves.
They should have gone hard, full Prisoner's Dilemma. And even if they went Prisoner's Dilemma, then they could have figured it out the night before. Be like, you take the money, or I'll take the money. Whoever you want to make look worse. The guys will take the money because, the guys want to, it's okay if they look worse, right? Isn't that kind of a double standard?
This is, it's a different conversation.
Another conversation.
This is my issue, is that this episode, I'm going to just say it, this episode was a snore fest.
It could have been dynamite. But they pulled back from the brink.
Yeah,
they got chicken.
They chickened out.
Yeah, it was a little chickening out.
And I felt it. And so the end was just like, oh, that's nice. Yeah. Oh, that's nice.
That's good.
Too. Oh, that's good. Except for Sean. Sean was the only one who did anything, and I'm still not into it.
Yeah, but that made me feel
gross.
icky.
Yes,
I didn't like that. That's there was nothing good.
Totally.
I liked the challenge with the weights. That was
really
interesting.
Was a good
part.
Yeah. I'm going to be honest. We kind of wanted Alex to take the money.
I think Andrew wanted Alex to take the money.
Yeah, it kind of felt
they can date.
Yes.
Give her the money. Take the money, woman.
Although, how sweet is it when she comes up the stairs, and even that was so unceremonious. It's like, click, click, click.
Yeah.
Click.
Oh, hello.
She's like, hey.
Yeah. I didn't take the money.
But it was so cute when he's like, what are you doing here?
I know. That was the best part.
And then she holds his face in her hands and he cries.
That was very sweet.
You know what that was worth $125,000.
That was, yeah. Well, maybe $125.
Jesse arrives to tell them they have passed their final test. And then he offers them, he's like,
okay, this was amazing.
He's like, there's one more thing. You'll be making lots of decisions together as a couple. And so now make the decision of which of these 3 envelopes on this random platter strewn with roses will you choose? And they have varying amounts of money up to $250,000.
Okay. So
what do you want to bet none of them really had $250 in it?
No.
What's with the random numbers? 125, 190?
190?
And 250, presumably?
Like, what the hell? How did they come up with 190? They're like, well, we could either have a rap party or give away 250 grand.
It is sort of how it felt.
It's
190,
crazy.
It was so arbitrary.
It should have been one envelope. You open it up and it says 250,000 doll hairs. And then they present you with a bag of doll hairs. And one should have been a donkey. And then you see a guy, one of these guys with a leash. He has a donkey come up. And then one should have been 250 grand.
You've gone too far, Andy. One should have been 250. Assuming, that they were really going to do that, which I honestly question that. And then I'm just saying 2 out of 3, they picked 2 out of 3 of the different envelopes and none of them had the 250 in it. But one should have been 0.
100. What?
0.
Zero?
Does that mean it's true?
Fine.
One should have been 0.
1 0, 1 a joke, and 1 250,000.
Yes.
Or 1 500,000. That makes it interesting. But then you can't do the season 10. So correct me if I'm wrong.
No, I'm not correcting you.
1 joke, 1 0, 1 250.
What's the joke?
A joke envelope.
Meaning?
Doll hairs or donkey.
Doll hairs. You're still on the doll hairs. Okay, so finally, Alex and Andrew, they pick the middle envelope and it's randomly 125,000.
So what? You know what this is?
And they're like, yay!
Yeah. So you screwed us out of 125,000. So what this is when you go bowling and you knock down 5 pins, and you come back and everyone's like, like, what do you do? This is that. You're like, oh. So basically, instead of paying off all your student loans, you could pay off some of your student loans.
Yeah, here's the thing. I think they were probably really excited. They didn't think they were going to get anything. It was just
what
an
a strange number.
But is 125 really that weird a number? I mean, it is half of what they could have gotten.
Yeah, but it's half of half of half.
Wait, no.
Wait, half of half. It's half of half of what they said they were going to. Originally, it's like someone could walk away here with $500,000.
Yeah.
Now they're getting half of $500,000.
Yeah.
It's a weird number.
It is. Okay.
It's a weird number no matter how you slice it.
Yeah.
And it's also weird to make that one of the numbers you pick. If it's a game show, it's not going to be that. It's going to be for a game, like a money game.
No, I think if it's a game show, it's 0, 125, or 250.
No, if it's a game show.
No, the weird number, Andy, the weird number is clearly the 190.
190 is insane. It's total madness.
125 is not the weird number.
190 is the most crazy thing I've ever seen on television.
Yes.
Ever in my life.
Yes. Okay, I think we can move on from this.
Okay.
But they do win money and they chose love. They look good. It's great. They're gonna, okay.
What did they think the reaction was supposed to be when they got 190?
What
is that reaction?
We'll get to that.
Yeah.
Okay, we're going to get there. Okay, so Spencer, so he and Jess are going through the same thing now. Spencer obviously chooses love.
No.
And he's less forgiving if Jess chooses the money, by the way. You notice how he's talking about it? He's like, if Jess chooses the money, I'll be shattered. Yeah. I'll question everything. And meanwhile, Andrew was like, if she chooses the money, I kind of hope, I hope she does
take the money.
Yeah.
And I'll date her right after she takes the money.
To me, that is like true partnership.
Yeah.
What he's saying is, I trust her enough to get the money, handle a huge issue in her life, which is her extreme student loan debt.
You want to talk about game theory.
Yes.
You want to find the most love, the most powerful love in a game theory scenario.
Yes.
It's the couple where one person really needs the money.
Yes.
And the other person really loves them and is like, go take the money. That's love.
Yes, I agree.
And the trust of the person taking the money, knowing that the person they're with isn't going to judge them for taking the money.
Yes. But no, Spencer's like, if she takes the money, everything I believe is true will be false. I don't think too hard.
Yeah,
he's sweet.
He's a sweet
Spencer's
sweet
a sweet guy.
Boy.
Okay. Damage control.
Yeah.
Okay, so Andy, you strongly hoped that Jess would choose the money.
I did.
I mean, it would have made an epic.
That would have been it.
Epic.
It would have made it all worthwhile.
It would have turned this TV show into
famous.
Yes, it would have been electric.
It would have been like on the whatever news source you listen to, it would have been in their top 20 stories.
If anyone still watched E! News or Access Hollywood, it would have been cover top story.
Yeah.
Yes.
Everywhere. It would have made Twitter go wild.
Yes. Yep.
People use Twitter? Oh, X. Sorry. Now I have to start saying X, right?
Give me a break.
Jesus.
Andy, you said this is why they should have had the conversation. Because last week you were talking about how these couples should have the conversation about this scenario. But it didn't seem like anyone, maybe they did. You wouldn't know, Andy.
Who knows?
Jess shows up. Andy, you said this is no big brother. And they now have to choose the envelope as well. And they choose the left envelope because they're both left-handed.
Good
and it's,
choice.
It's 100.
Good.
190.
They got what's that? That's about. Let's see. We're talking. Hold on. I'm going to do this. That is 78% of what they could have gotten.
It's pretty good. Honestly, 78% is pretty good.
Sorry, 76.
Oh, 70. Okay.
That's so, not bad.
Not bad. I mean, over 70%, you're pretty happy. I mean, you wouldn't play again.
Yeah, no, 76 is good. It's also
I'm going to say this.
Strange,
if there's number. 3 envelopes and I pull 190 and they're like, okay, you have the option to take the 190 or you have to put it back and choose 50-50 between the other ones. You can either go higher or lower. I would just keep the 190.
So I
oh no, you're a gambler,
first
Andy.
of all, no. I
would
agree.
you put it back?
I 100% agree. I don't even know why you're saying that. Of course you would do that. No one wouldn't do that unless you're a maniac.
Okay, sometimes on these shows, people do crazy things.
I have a theory.
What?
I have a theory.
What?
I think this is what happened. I think that they had a little get together, the powers that be.
Okay.
And they said, listen, we went a little over budget on this show. And we got a little crazy. Yes. Let's be honest.
Yes.
A little too much partying in the background.
Yes.
A little too much high def video effects.
Yes. Too many drones.
Too much production. Too many drones.
Yes.
Too many consultants involved.
Okay.
Way over budget. We have an opportunity now to cut the easiest way possible. We were going to give away 500. Now we can only afford 315. But hear me out.
Uh-huh.
I have a theory.
Oh.
I think that they decided amongst them exactly how much each party would get and how it would be split. And every envelope that Jess and whatever his name is picked was $190,000. And every envelope that Andrew and Alex picked was $125,000.
No.
I think that.
We'll never know. We will never know. But I still really doubt that any of them had 250.
Oh, I think they were all the same.
Okay, so now Spencer gives a beautiful speech. He proposes, and the ring is Neil Lane, it turns out. Or maybe it's just in a box that says Neil Lane on the back.
Can you imagine? And
Jess says yes, which made us wonder if the whole thing about her being on the fence was just,
She says yes vociferously.
Yes, she seems really enthusiastic, actually.
Seems like she's the happiest she's ever been in her life. I've never seen that level of joy on this show.
Ever?
This is the happiest it's pure joy.
You know, more joy than with Alex and Andrew?
No, similar joy. But this is tied for the most joy.
And so now we have our closing credits. They say that out of the final 5 couples, remember 4 of which were romantic, all 4 of those romantic couples are still together. Kathy, Keith are still friends. But Jeremy and Bailey have met each other's families. They plan on calling the same city home soon. I thought that was a funny way of putting it.
What city that is.
Oh, you think it's going to be New York?
No.
You think?
Yeah.
Yeah, I actually...
Jeremy's
you're saying,
not leaving New York.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I mean, does he seem like he's... Do you think Jeremy's an LA guy? I don't know.
No, he's not an LA guy. But I have to point something out here. Because, Jeremy did not come off looking good in this season.
No, he did not.
There's no question about that. We've gotten more hate, I think, than we've ever gotten for not hating him. Or for you, especially not hating him as much as they felt you should. Yeah. Isn't that funny? You get hate for not hating.
I mean, no.
Do 2 wrongs make a right?
That's where most of the hate comes from.
Yeah. But... this is what gets me about that. It's like, if they're still together and she seems super happy, and I do think they're still together, does that make her wrong? You know what I mean? Like, there comes a point where it's like, you need to be happy for them and trust that she knows him better than you do through a screen.
So you're saying that you have to maybe question your own opinions?
That's all I'm wondering here. It's just an interesting question, right? Because if he is so terrible, then you're saying that her judgment is poor.
You're maligning Bailey by continuing to malign Jeremy.
Yeah, I don't know. I have mixed feelings about that because I do agree Jeremy came off looking terrible, but at the same time, like, if they're happy, and like, let's be happy for them. That kind of thing.
What happened if Jeremy never did the
Susie stuff?
The Susie stuff.
I think people would like them together.
What would he have done? What did Jeremy do in this season aside from the Susie stuff, which was obviously a big deal? I'm not brushing that under the rug.
I'm gonna be honest. It made the season.
It made the season, but that's for entertainment purposes. Yeah. So that's besides whether he's a good guy or not.
Yeah.
It was a big deal. I'm not airbrushing this.
Okay.
But I think at some point we have to, extract the Susie stuff from the season and say what's left of Jeremy if for not the Susie stuff. And then once we've done that, then we look at the relationship and you say, at what point do we just say, okay, these are two people in love and it's a real relationship and they care for each other and they're normal people.
Yeah, and one of them is going to move, or both of them are going to move to be together.
To a city to be with each other. Like, at what point do you just put your weapons down?
Yeah.
I don't know.
Yeah. No, I agree. But for me, the thing I keep coming back to is like, I trust Bailey because everything Bailey did this season was what I just like respect her so much. Like Bailey did everything right. Every opinion, even when she was like, oh, when she was talking about Kat to Alicia, the fact that she's friends with Alicia makes me like think, oh, Alicia's probably maybe pretty good. Like that's how good Bailey is, right? Yes. She is like the one who's right. And so who am I to be like, but you're wrong about that. You're wrong about the guy. You know what I mean? Like you're wrong about that. Like I know because I've been watching the show all season.
You're deciding for her. You're saying that your emotional intelligence is not up to snuff.
Yes.
I love you. I love everything about you. You're queen.
Yeah.
Yes, queen.
Yes.
Yet I know better. I know better than you do about love.
Okay, so Dale and Kat are still together. I'm going to be honest. This one surprised me the most.
Yeah.
Not in the last episode or two, but there was a while in this season where I was like, there's no way this is a thing. But yeah, they're still together. They plan on moving closer to each other. Are you surprised, Andy? No.
Not really.
You know, in a way it works because Dale is the gallant hero. He's the savior. Yeah. Remember she talked about that. The doctor talked about
baby girling her.
He baby girls her. It kind of works in this yin yang way.
I also think he doesn't take her shit completely.
Yes.
I think he stands up for himself and not in an amazing way that first time we saw, to be honest. But I think that also is necessary to be in a relationship with Kat. You cannot let Kat just roll over you all the time.
Totally, because she will.
Oh, she will.
She will, yeah. Okay, Alex and Andrew are obviously still together. She will move to Chicago to be with him. I will say the fact that they know where they're going gives me more confidence.
I agree.
You know, when it's just like a random place, so they're going to move closer to each other. It's like, she's like, no, I'm moving to Chicago.
It's a big deal.
Yeah. Jess will move to Dallas to be with Spencer, and they're still engaged.
This is a very successful season of Bachelor in Paradise.
I would say the most.
Most.
When was the last time we got 4 solid couples?
Like potential marriages.
Yeah. I like that there was only 1 engagement. When there's like 3, I'm like, it's too many.
I agree. Let's do away with the engagement entirely.
Yeah.
That's honestly gratuitous.
Well, and
like unless you really, really want, sure. If you want to get engaged on TV, that's fine. But I don't think it should be a requirement.
Totally. And
like, are you getting engaged or what?
Well, and that's the thing is that at this point, after all these years, the engagement means less. I hate to say that, but it does. Okay, Andy, who was our episode MVP? Let's do an episode MVP and a season MVP.
Ooh. You know what? I have a weird MVP for this episode.
Weird?
See, it's hard. This is hard because
it is hard.
I think Andrew and Alex are the MVPs of the episode in the sense that they're the real love story.
I think they're the MVPs of the season.
Of the season.
Yes.
I think, yes. Let's start with MVP of the season. I think, yes, those two are the MVP of the season. They win all the awards. Most improved.
And they had the rocky start.
Yeah.
Remember, he chose Bailey to go on the date. That's what caused so much issue.
It was the most organic love story I've ever seen on this show.
Yes.
Including Thomas and Becca, by the way.
Yeah, I agree.
It was Thomas and Becca's relationship I felt like started after the show.
I agree.
And my relationship with Thomas started well after the show.
Okay, go on.
But the organic nature of this, the natural progression, the normal real life progression of the relationship between these two is the most close to what actually happens in the world that I've ever seen maybe ever in this franchise.
Wow. And also the fact that he's like, why didn't you take the money? Like, why are you here? That to me, like, as much as I love Spencer and Jess together, I think they're awesome. They're like perfect for each other. There was such love and understanding in Andrew being like, I expect her to take the money.
Yeah.
Like that's
love. That's real love.
That's love.
To cry when someone doesn't take the money.
Yeah.
For both reasons. One is, oh, wow, you must love me so much. But also, I'm so sad you didn't take the money. You need that money, girl.
Yes. Girl.
Yeah.
Okay. And so who's our episode MVP?
Dale. Weird, right? I don't know. That's where my heart goes. Dale did it. I think Sean, all he did was create a distraction that I didn't enjoy that.
Yeah.
To give him MVP is just to say who stirred the pot the hardest. And that's not what MVP is.
No, and you're right. Kat really doesn't deserve MVP because it was done to her. She didn't have an action.
Yeah.
You're right. Dale, he's the one that kind of kept the show together in a way. Like he turned them into a couple that I believe in.
Yeah, because they were the most questionable couple.
Yes, easily.
People think Jeremy and Bailey were, and everyone's like, oh, Jeremy's going to take the money. People said Jeremy was not going to take the money.
Okay.
That's BS. Jeremy and Bailey were a solid couple for a long time.
Okay.
I wasn't worried about Jeremy and Bailey.
Okay.
Kat and Dale, I was a little worried about.
Yeah.
And the fact that they turned it around like that, even in the face of such adversity, and that was heavy adversity. 90% of the time, that ends a relationship in paradise.
Yes.
That makes them a very special couple, and that makes him the MVP.
Wow.
Because he held the cards, and he gets the MVP.
Wow, we have come around. Okay, Andy, who is your A game winner? The same person?
Dale.
Yeah. Okay. Wow. I feel like we should insert like a spot earlier in the season where we're talking about how Dale's terrible and how we will probably come around with him.
But isn't this a great theme for what's going on?
Yeah.
Don't immediately throw the baby out with the bathwater. Human beings are complicated people. That's why Marvel movies are so stupid. Okay, fine. I know you all love Marvel movies. That's fine. But the characters in Marvel movies are unbelievable. Yeah. No one's that good and no one's that bad. I don't care. Who cares about someone who's always good? How annoying is that?
Yeah.
Remember the last Mission Impossible movie? Everything Tom Cruise did, it's always good.
Oh, we couldn't stand it.
He couldn't possibly do anything not good.
Yeah, but
it
whenever
was
he did anything not good, it's because he was forced to.
He had to. Yeah. Oh, I have to kill some guy. I'm only going to kill him once I had the opportunity to kill him, and then he almost killed me. And the only way for me not to die is to kill him. And I'm sorry. And then he does a prayer over the dead body. Absolute nonsense. No one cares about that. They care about interesting characters, and interesting characters in the movies, as in life, need patience. You need to let it brew and see where it goes. And I'm not saying Jeremy's a great person. Maybe Jeremy's a schmuck. I don't know.
No,
but I know
we really don't. People think
we have no idea. But I know that what you saw on this show is not enough to categorize him as a quote evil person. That's all I'm saying.
I will say this about you, Andy. Andy has, I would say, out of anyone I've ever met, the best read on people I've ever experienced. And that's why when we both really liked Devin. I mean, I really liked Devin.
Oh,
do you remember Devin from the Jen's Bachelorette season? And Devin was the ultimate con man, right? In the end, we were like, oh my God, we were conned.
Yeah,
He's
but
he sold us the monorail.
The reason he's so good is because I called it out in episode 1.
Yeah, you did.
I said, this guy's a con man.
Yes.
And then he's so good that the greatest con men are the ones where you suspect they're a con man and they still con you.
Yes.
That's true con.
Totally.
And he conned me knowing my instincts all told me that he was a con man.
Yeah, no, totally. Anyway, so I'm not saying that you were necessarily 100% right, but I just think that we can let the proof be in the pudding that they're still together. She seems super happy. And we'll let that one play out.
All I can say is this.
And wish them the best.
John F. Kennedy. When people think of John F. Kennedy, most people, they think of a great American president, right? It was great. It was the end of Camelot.
Yeah.
When he got shot, our country, it lost its soul to some degree. And what did JFK do? He's banging women left and right behind his wife. In the office, he's fucking Marilyn Monroe all the time.
Yeah.
He goes to Vegas with Frank Sinatra. What do? They go to hotel rooms and just have sex with women. This is JFK.
Yeah.
People are complicated.
Yeah. Good, Andy.
Thank you. A lot of soapboxing today.
Yeah, you really. Well, I mean, that's been the theme of this season in our recaps. Is like there's more to it.
I took a lot of heat. I feel like I need to defend myself. a little bit.
You did take heat. You did. Okay, so did I.
You took heat too because of me.
Yes.
I had so much heat that the heat hit you.
Yeah, I know. I've been burned by second-degree heat. Yeah. Okay. Finally, Andy, who would we go for? I'm gonna guess for you, Bailey.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, Bailey is flawless. I'm just gonna say it. She's flawless. She's stunning. Yeah. Her style is fabulous. Her reaction to everything, how she handles everything. The only thing you could say about Bailey is like, I'm sure there are people who wish that Bailey had left the show, and it's like, F you, Jeremy, how dare you, blah, blah, blah about Susie. But I trust Bailey based on all of her behavior to know what's best for her and what she wants. And I just think that she is a woman of like strength and class.
She's a classy broad.
And conviction. And she's awesome. Big fan. Okay.
Huge fan.
So I support.
And I'm a big fan of Alex. By the way, Alex crept up in my rankings.
Oh, yeah. I agree. I mean,
but it's still Bailey.
Yeah. I think energy-wise, it's Bailey. Yeah. Okay. Guess me.
Ooh. Andrew.
Yeah. 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 Even though Dale crept up shockingly a bit for me.
Dale.
I know. I never would have guessed. But little things about Dale, like when he lost the challenge. Okay. And he falls into the water and he was like, oh, I thought I pulled it up and not down. Like he kind of like, there was a moment he was like questioning like legitimacy.
You know what? That was another thing that made him MVP. First of all, that challenge was the best part of the episode.
Yes.
And the 190,000. Yeah. It's the most hilarious thing
we
ever.
Laughed very hard.
But that challenge was such an interesting microcosm of his personality.
Yes.
Of him he was basically like, I'm super competitive. I'm Dale. I'm a football player. I do Blade commercials. And then he lost.
Yes.
And you saw this whole thing working in his mind. Yeah. He was like, I lost the competition. I'm a failure.
That thing must have not worked properly.
Yeah, it must have not worked. But then he accepted it.
Yes, he did.
It was a real full circle thing. And it's interesting to see also, as a side note, how huge Spencer is. Every time they cut from Spencer to Dale, I was like, who's this skinny little kid?
Yes.
Dale is huge and Spencer makes him look little.
Yeah. Okay. How do we get onto that?
My point is Dale is a big man and Spencer's bigger.
Yes. But the smallest man is the one I would go for because I think
pound for pound.
Andrew is just a dream. I mean, he's so sweet. He has a sense of humor. It's all with a twinkle in his eye, both of them. Him and Alex together, it's like, oh, we've leveled up. They have like a language that they speak. To me, that's the sign of a good couple is when they, especially this early on, speak a language. They have like these inside jokes, these references just between the two of them. They're just cute. I'm a big fan.
I rarely get moved by couples in these shows because I'm always questioning. I'm always like, how long is this going to last?
Yeah.
I was moved by them.
Yes, same.
And just as he is pound for pound the strongest man on that beach, he is also pound for pound the greatest lover. That sounded weird.
You sounded.
I know that from personal experience. Trust me.
You sound very confident.
I didn't walk right for a while.
So before we end, Andy, I think there might be some people wondering why we did not give Spencer and Jess the season MVP.
Oh, because it's just they were up there.
Yeah, they were good. It was almost too easy.
It's too easy.
Yeah, it kind of reminded me of the camping challenge where, they worked together so well, but then the doctor actually awarded Kat and Dale with the winning one because they had overcome a bit more.
You know what it was? There was no build. It was just like, we love each other.
Yeah.
Yay. And that was it.
Yeah.
Never built. There was no arc.
Yeah. No, it's true.
I want arc.
Yes.
I don't trust it when there's no arc.
Yeah, and I also...
In real life, I trust it when there's no arc. On TV, I don't.
Yeah, I also felt like Jess and Spencer, like, I love them together. They're great. But I also feel like they both came in thinking, like, this could work for them.
Yeah.
Meanwhile, I feel like Alex and Andrew came in being like... Ugh.
Oh, this is ridiculous.
Yes.
We're just doing this for fun.
Yeah. It's like,
maybe I'll date someone.
I'm trying to figure out what I'm doing with my life.
Yeah,
and then they find love. Okay.
Isn't that the way it always happens?
Yes.
It just smacks you in the side of the head.
Exactly. All right,
like
Andy.
Like a big wet fish.
Okay, Andy, that is a wrap for the season.
Wow. Dun 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 dun. Mr. Sandman, bring me a dream. Make him the cutest that I've ever seen. Give him two lips like forest and clover. Then tell him that his lonely nights are over. Sandman. I'm so alone. Don't have nobody to call my own. So please send out your magic beam. Mr. Sandman, bring me. Please, please bring me. Mr. Sandman, bring me a dream.
Dun, 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 dun.
Nice. Where'd that come from?
Oh, you're pretending you didn't want to sing that today. Before we rolled, Andy was like, I really want to sing today on the podcast. And I was like, okay, well, what do you want to sing? He's like, oh, we can't talk about it. We can't talk about singing. It just has to happen naturally. And he was like, I'll just find a way to sing naturally. It'll come out naturally.
Yeah, it didn't come out naturally.
And then here we are at the end of the recap. And you're like, we got to sing, Mr. Sandman.
Yeah, there was never a good time to sing. So here we are.
Okay, that's a wrap. If you enjoyed what you heard today, you know what we will ask of you, and that is to like, subscribe, hit the notification bell, follow us on Instagram, and
TikTok,
leave us Apple and
Spotify.
Podcast ratings and reviews. Tell your friends. Please do that.
Yeah. And leave us reviews
best. Yes,
if you want.
yes.
Bad reviews, good reviews.
No, only good reviews.
Good words,
Seriously, if you have negative feedback, email us.
Yeah, email us. And
It
we'll
is
talk
very
about
productive.
Yeah, we'll talk about it.
And generally do all the things you would do to support a podcast you enjoy. Thank you so much for tuning in, and we'll see you next time on Dear Shandy. Bye-bye. Diehards. Boopy boo boo.
Did Ruby like this season? I think she liked this season.
Oh, you think?
Yeah, she liked it more than other seasons. Actually, she's only been around for a couple seasons. Look at this.
Isn't it weird to think that she wasn't alive 3 years ago?
Crazy.
Like, what was life before Ruby?
It was a worse world. The world was a worse place.
She somehow makes being triangulated in my marriage okay.
Aww.
Ruby, come to mommy. Come to mommy.
Come to mommy.
Stop making mommy jealous. Yes, yes. Thank you so much for tuning in this season with us, and we'll see you next week in a regular programming episode. Please tune in for the regular stuff, you guys. I think you'll like it more than you think.
We shouldn't call it regular. We should call it super.
Super programming. And we'll also see you for Golden Bachelor and Love is Blind Season 9. Okay, bye-bye.